Your favorite fat boys.
Man, I'm gonna try, bitch.
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite fat boy, Jarron.
Stefan, a.k.a. Mayhem, a.k.a. the hottest artist of 2023, a.k.a. MC Steamy D's.
Steamy D's.
Steamy D's.
You thought about that all by yourself?
You know I did.
Am I right up? Somebody approve this?
I'm not workshopping no more.
This man said Steamy D's. So this is our end of the year podcast episode.
Yeah,
we
yearly roundup.
Yeah, I'll wrap up what we talk about, how our year was and things of that nature. So let's see. How was your year, Stefan? I don't know. My year wasn't that bad. There's a lot going on.
Oh, mine was fine. Wasn't a lot going on for me,
It's never nothing going on with you.
Does that need to be?
No, you had no drama. I like that.
Right, the fuck? Why I got to be having bullshit happening in my life like all the rest of you motherfuckers?
Me, that's a good point. I don't know why we can be motherfuckers, but I don't take a little offense to that. But yeah, you are very drama free. You stay in your little bubble. People come into your bubble. You don't go into theirs too much. You know.
Yeah, I try to stay out of other people's bullshit.
Yeah, you stay out the midst and out the way. So I appreciate that about you.
If somebody wants to have me make a guest appearance into their little television show they call life, I'll make a guest appearance, then I go back to doing my own thing.
Right. So, yeah, you've been very drama free. So my year was, I thought at first, probably halfway through the year, I guess it wasn't as I planned it to be. And my goal for this year was, I think I want to go somewhere for my birthday or just go take a trip somewhere. But I kept once I prioritized certain things, I was like, all right, let me pay out this credit card I have.
Right.
I want to get a tattoo. I want to get a PS5. I want to do a whole lot this year. And I did accomplish some short goals. But once I prioritized everything, I was like, okay, credit card, tattoo can wait. Once I pay the credit card off, I'll treat myself to a PS5. So I did pay off the credit card.
Hooray.
Yes, debt free. No debt again. Won't run that motherfucker up again at all. But so I will get a PS5 in the next couple of weeks as a gift to myself. And I put a lot of focus this year on the twins, being that this is they're in sixth grade now, but last year they were they were fifth grade, so they had a lot of activities they were doing from the beginning of school year to the end.
Right.
And I wanted to make sure they got the chance to really enjoy their fifth grade year and go to every event they had as possible. So we went to everything, and even on dialysis days, when I don't have the most strength, I still made a way to make sure I took them and we enjoyed that event. So, and then they graduated this year. Yeah, they graduated in June. That was a big highlight. I really made it. I really made the year about them. Just make sure they had what they needed. They got to enjoy school events. We went to East Day hunt. We went to the Christmas Village last year. So we just did different things throughout the year.
At what point can I do my single hand clap? Oh.
You should do both. Both hands, motherfucker.
I'm a motherfucker.
So, but yeah, I think I made, because the reason why I put a lot of emphasis on, them having a good year for their fifth grade year was because with the pandemic coming into play, me being sick in 2020 and recovering most of 2021. And then in 2022, I had that Flute removed and I felt a whole lot better, and I haven't been sick since then. I know they missed out a lot because of the pandemic and everything, and I was so sick and I couldn't do so much. I couldn't do a whole lot with them. So when I be feeling better, I'm like, let's go ahead and I want to make sure they had a good time. And then you stepped in and tutored them as well, and they appreciated that. So good job for you. You enjoyed that? You got paid. He charged me.
You damn right I did. That was extracurricular shit.
So, but yeah, that was my focus really for this year, was to pay the credit card off and, focus and make sure they had a good fifth grade year. So they're doing really well now in middle school. Savannah got mostly all A's, and she got 2 B's. She made honor roll. Nick did very well with report card. He didn't make honor roll, but he did very well. He's transitioning very well from 5th grade to 6th grade because at the beginning he was getting used to like changing classes and things like that. So now he's got the hang of it. He loses everything. He left a coat, a hoodie, all in the same week. Lost his cell phone. So that's just him. But yeah, they're doing good right now. So I couldn't be happier.
Okay, I mean,
I got a little more substance than you.
That's always the case. That is by design. I said I got into a whole lot of shit in my younger years. I made sure as I go into my 40s, life was boring as fuck.
That just should be. There should be nothing exciting coming out as you approach 40. Oh, you about to have a baby? What?
Right, that's all I'm saying.
You had all the 20s to go get a baby. Yeah, all your 30s go get a baby. And you want to get one at 40?
That's all I'm saying. I made sure that 40 was going into 40 would be boring as shit. So, kudos to you for having a lot of shit going on running you ragged.
I'm going to say it won't. Well, those weren't the reason I had 2 seasons last year. But I'm sure it didn't help.
That's all I'm saying.
Look, if the Twitch, you're watching this, y'all were not the reason. Y'all were not the reason.
Wink, wink, hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Let's Uncle stuff on. Nah, but me having the seizures though, like that was the first one was scary as hell. Second one was like, oh, what the fuck? So I haven't had another one. Hopefully, don't have another one again. Knock on wood.
Ain't no wood close by.
Okay, there we go. And I didn't catch COVID. I haven't had any infections. My health is pretty stable, and we're still waiting for the transplants. So that's. I'm good. Like I know it's like what I want. It can wait. And my focus next year is like I'll take a trip or I'll take some kind of vacation in a sense. I'll get my tattoo because I think this year I was very selfless. I think next year I'm gonna be very selfish when it comes to me. So in case y'all get stuff and everything, y'all I'll take care of y'all. But
oh shit,
stuff on here shipping. Yeah, you will.
I don't want to be the one to disappoint you, but you're going to be disappointed.
It's in my will. Something happens to me, you take care of them.
I don't want to be the one to disappoint you, but you're going to be disappointed.
You gonna do right by them.
All right, Sealy. Get your color purple ass out of here.
See how you do me? See how you do y'all? Oh boy. Oh boy. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping for next year, and that's my year. I would say my year was good, it was successful. You got a new car.
I did.
You paid your house off sometime last year, right?
Yeah, that was last year. I paid the house off. So I mean, with the exception of the car, I've been debt free for some time, and been stacking up money with the intent of next year. Say fuck this work thing. I'm just gonna retire.
But not for a go strip club, make it rain.
Oh, what?
You didn't know that? It's in the notes.
Forgot to read the margins.
No, we ain't gonna strip club because ain't no point of throwing money at a woman you can't take home. Well, you probably could.
That's not a sound investment on my part.
I get you. I feel you.
Gotta talk to my financial advisor first.
Which is you.
Look at the man in the mirror.
Don't you spend no money on these hoes. So, yeah, you've been really consistent, the last few years. So I don't see if you do something out of pocket, like I'm be worried. And the thing about I know you really well. That you do something out of character is either for a treat or somebody got to you.
Fucking body snatcher.
Somebody got to you. So, did you learn any valuable lessons this year about either yourself or, I guess about yourself more so?
Oh, I did learn a valuable lesson.
What's that?
As long as I got money, nobody's broke. That's the valuable lesson I learned this year.
We don't feel more. We don't, baby. Stephon got it.
As long as I got money, nobody's broke. Because I can't tell you how many people have called me asking me if they can borrow money to get them out of whatever bullshit situation they're in. And there's been a lot this year.
Yeah, I started off last year borrowing money for you, and I paid them back. So, and when every time, we were joking about me paying him for tutoring the twins, I didn't have no hesitation doing that. He's doing me a favor, So, you called me out when I was asking you to help with homework. You're talking about you calling for help with homework. You help with homework. Don't worry about the schematics. Just help me help them. So, but yeah, I mean, I always made a point of paying back my friends if I do borrow money.
Oh yeah, I mean, for me, it's not even that. I mean, I talk about it because I'm just melodramatic. Like
Yeah.
Because for shits and giggles, it doesn't really affect me one way or another.
What you gonna say is no.
Right. It's just the fact that apparently, since I'm doing well enough, everybody's like, well, you know what? Share the wealth, motherfucker.
Like you ain't got no problems. You ain't got no baby mama drama.
You say no debts, no baby mamas, no babies. Share the goddamn wealth.
Right. So
Said, fuck me for making good choices.
let's see. For me, I think one thing I learned. Well, I was in therapy for like 6 months, and the only reason why I stopped because the office was no longer. They couldn't figure out why my insurance was not covering it, but my insurance said they were in network.
Right.
It was a billing, some kind of billing issue, and they had. I haven't gone to therapy like the last, I guess, going on 4 months now. So I eventually will get back into it, but I was going for 6 months, and I really did enjoy it. And one thing I learned was that I guess at some point I questioned certain decisions I made this year over the course of the last few years. And going to therapy, I did learn that I was right in my convictions in a sense, but I wasn't beating myself up about it in a sense. Like, and a lot of it had to do with decisions I made with the twins' mom in our relationship and how I handled things. But I handled it the best way I thought it was at the time. I don't take it back, and now it's for the better.
I mean, it's not like you could take it back anyway.
Exactly. So, but I guess the better way to say it is I didn't have any regrets how things ended. Right. I didn't have any regrets of how what things I've said or how I handled things. It was true to me. So that's one thing that I learned in my 6 months of therapy, and also to dealing with my illness. I don't feel sorry for myself. I never have, and I appreciate my friends for how they have to continue to treat me and support me, and not handle me like a delicate person, and just still continue to be there, be part of my support group in a sense. So those were good highlights for me to learn to kind of like come to revelation in a sense. So I appreciate that. And you still here? Yeah, doing the podcast.
I'm the most consistent person on the planet. That's what I've learned.
You sound like, yeah, I'm here.
So I've learned I am the most consistent person in most people's lives.
What else we got on the list here?
All right, away from the sappy shit.
So all in all, we had a good year. Had some hiccups. I had some hiccups here and there, but I'm looking forward to what 2024 brings, and yeah, bring it on. So, and let's see what's going on. So, so how do you feel about today's rap? And I was asked this question because I was thinking about, damn, what's my favorite album of the year? I don't have one. It's been some songs I like a lot, but I find myself more so listening to songs or rap albums from 10 years ago more so than anything. Everything came out this year was Huff.
I mean, we've already discussed this a million times over about what my state of listening to rap music
go ahead and talk
is.
about it again.
I don't see why, but I'll reiterate the fact that most of the music that I listen to is old. As far as new stuff that's come out, I don't really listen to it. It's the fact that I came up during an era where rap was the highlight of the music scene, and now I don't feel like it's there anymore. Said the music production, the skill levels is just not there for the largest number of the most popular artists. So again, as far as hip hop goes, whatever state it's in, it's not a state I care about at this point. Hopefully it changes, but right now that's not the case.
Yeah, I think this year, like, everybody been talking about like how hip hop has been on a decline, and they haven't. I think like for the first 6 to 8 months out the year, like there wasn't like a number one album. There wasn't a number one rap album that was out that reached the number one spot, and it's like the music just like minus the women. That's a separate kind of topic in the sense that we'll get into, But I feel like the males that been putting out music, it's just tired and it's like not energizing. It's not inventive. There's nothing new. It's nothing exciting. It's like kind of like bringing you to want to listen to certain rappers that be pushed to the forefront. Because I've been like scouring for something that's like decent these days, and I found some interesting artists here and there, but like it's just like the pickings is slim.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you on that one. I haven't listened to any artists where I was like, okay, yeah, they the hottest thing out right now, and they aptly deserve it. So again, we already understand where I am with the state of hip hop. We've discussed this several times over.
Like I said, I couldn't get I couldn't pick my favorite album of the year. I think everything like it was okay, but it's just nothing was like, oh, this is like really really good. Like I'm constantly coming back to. I've listened to more R&B than anything, and not even the days R&B. I've been going back like 2010s and 2000s R&B. So it's been rough. It's rough when UCJ come out and said hip hop sales are down 40%. What we gonna do about it?
I mean, all media sales have been going down year over year because of the advent of streaming. Nobody wants to buy a thing anymore.
Right. And
very rarely do people buy albums. Because who wants to spend $20 on an album only to be disappointed because you got 20 songs that suck and the 2 songs that you actually like on the album?
Yeah, that I can't bring myself to it.
Because if I would have bought Drake's album just for that one song with J. Cole on there, I would have been fucking heated. Exactly.
Over tables.
Flip the fucking table over.
Yeah, because and I think too what's hurt music a lot these days too is people are putting out so much, the quantity of music. In the last few years, the people putting out, like Drake put out he put out a collaboration album out with 21 Savage earlier this year. He put out his album out about a month ago, and then he put out an EP out 2 weeks ago.
Oh Jesus!
Right. So it's like a deluxe version of the For All the Dogs album and everything. But it's like this is so much music. No time he's doing features and stuff.
I mean, that's part of the thing about having the name recognition and longevity. You gotta do a bunch of stuff. Like just think about back when Lil Wayne was on top and he was about to go into jail. He was doing every feature, a million fucking songs, just so you can continuously have that name recognition.
Yeah, exactly.
That it makes sense. And then also you have to think about the fact that we're in a different place in music where it's about the number of streams. So keeping your name as a part of the algorithm, you need to have a lot of music to do that.
Yeah, it's tough. And then speaking to the female side of it, like female rap, I think is like really flourished this year. As far as like it's being played a lot more. It's more entertaining. You got a lot of women in the forefront right now. Even I know you probably it's not your cup of tea and everything, but you got like the Sussy Reds, the Ice Spice, Lottos, Cardi B's, Meg Thee Stallion. And they've been putting out they haven't put out like Meg Thee Stallion put out a project out in a while, but she's gearing up to whenever that comes out. But like they still putting out music and everything, so they, I feel like they pushing the envelope. When I'm pushing the envelope, I think they're putting their mark on it right now, and and taking.
I mean, but that always happens. That happens all the time with the rap. There's always a big push with female rappers that tend to be outdoing the men in terms of content and sales. It happens every few years.
Yeah. But,
I mean, I had the sad face when you started saying those names.
Well, those are the names out in the forefront. But at the same time, I know people, a lot of people are saying, all that music is trash, the image they're projecting, this, that, and the third, blah, blah. If that's the case, then you don't like them being pushed to the forefront, then find you a Rhapsody.
Oh, I mean, as far as I don't give a fuck about their image. They can put whatever they want out there as far as their image goes. I just can't stand the fact that they're not very good rappers.
Yeah, because, I mean, when you got one that's popular, you got 5 more to come out, and they have the content is very similar.
Yeah, so, again, because, we grew up in that age of the Eves, Little Kims, MC Lights, Foxy Browns, Queen Latifahs.
The brat.
serious MCs when it comes to being a female artist. Where you sell that sex all day, but you have to have the skill to back it up. And now you sell that sex all day, and sound like trash, and nobody really cares anymore.
Nah, because it's what's selling, and like I mean, Sexy Red, I think it's been selling out shows, and it's like, get your money, girl. Go ahead and get your money.
Her music is hot garbage.
I ain't say I liked it, but go ahead and get your money. So the only one I'm looking forward to hearing really out of them, I mean, Meg supposed to got a project coming out. I want to hear what she got to say because she's been through a whole lot in the last few years with her, her and Tory Lanez and her being shot at and everything.
I mean, she wasn't shot at; she was shot.
Sorry, shot. So I'm looking for Cardi to drop something. That honestly, I am.
Oh,
You say what you want, but I'm just looking for.
I'm gonna definitely say what I want.
I'm looking for Cardi to drop something because she didn't drop the album since I think 2018, 2019.
And I've been A-okay with that.
Yeah, but she's been putting songs out here and then it's like just put an album out. But she wants it. I think she wants a certain sound that she's looking for.
I've never liked Cardi B. Her skills.
I'll tell you one thing. I will put all the blame on Cardi B for any female rapper it's been done before. She didn't do nothing new when it came to going from the strip club to being a rapper. Same thing with a drug dealer wanting to be a rapper. But I felt like with Cardi, it was like, it was such a she could do it, I can do it. You have like you thought before, like I said, it'd be like one pop off, here come 5 or 10. Cardi popped off, it was 20 females from the strip club coming out trying to rap, and it was like, oh my god, this is too much. I
mean, from her first single up until now, her being an MC. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, has Cardi said anything prolific? No. Is she gonna be on a hottest rhymes list? Maybe not.
Absolutely not.
Right, but like I like the energy she brings on songs.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't have a problem. A lot of people have a problem with the female rap right now, as far as like the visuals that come with it and with their projecting and things like that. I don't, but I think you also have to you have to watch. If you have children, you have to watch what they are consuming.
This has always been the thing at least when it comes to female artists and rappers. I mean, look at the era we grew up in with the Foxy Browns, the Little Kims, the Trinas. Fucking Kaya, my neck, my back.
Still a classic.
This is the shit that we grew up on, and it's always been the case that they understand sex sells and they sell sexuality, and I'm absolutely okay with that. So I can't be pissed off at these new age artists for selling sex when they always sold sex.
So how do you feel about older artists not evolving?
See, that I have a particular issue with, and we talked about this before. It's like, I'm not a fan of Jay-Z at all, but I was okay with the fact that after a certain amount of time, he stopped rapping about selling drugs because he was so far removed from that fucking life.
Right.
He couldn't even rap about it anymore. At some point, you've aged, you've grown, you've evolved. You're not doing the same shit that you were doing in your 20s. Why are you still rapping about the shit you used to do in your 20s?
Exactly.
Let it go.
I like Jay-Z. I like his older music to this day. I think 444 was a good project. I'm glad I got to see him perform. And if he doesn't go out on the road again, I would probably pay money to see him again. I like the space that J. Cole is in, Kendrick Lamar. They're not the older rappers, but I like that they are showing that they're evolving. They're not kind of stuck.
Right.
And talking, rapping the same way, rapping about the same content. They are they're showing their growth in their music. And they're not the only ones. Those ones come to my head. But when you have people like, you got certain rappers that is still rap about the same shit, and it's like, it's entertaining to a certain extent, but it's like, where's your growth at? Like a Lil Wayne. I think people have been begging this from Lil Wayne for so many years to show some kind of growth, talk about something other than what he's been talking about, and he still stays in his pocket. And I get it because his point of view, he wants to rap. He wants to be a rapper. He's not trying to show you nothing more than he can just rap. That's cool with him. That's how, you can't be mad at it. But as a Wayne fan, you definitely want to hear about maybe him being a father. And he has certain songs where he talks about his upbringing and things like that. But it's more so of a hustler, being a gangster kind of a thing.
Yeah, I mean, try to continue to stay relevant with the young people in the streets when you're older and the audience that propelled you to where you are have grown. they are at a different point in life, and you haven't moved to that. You're at that same point in your life, but your music hasn't moved past it.
Yeah, so I feel like you have artists like you have like an Eminem. Eminem is not rhyming the same. He's not rapping the same about the same content he was in his first 2 albums.
Oh yeah, absolutely not.
He's,
and he's continuously evolving himself and trying new things, new styles when he raps.
Exactly. So, and I think the younger crowd may not get it or like it because they're like, "Why is he rapping like this?" But it's like Eminem to rap every which way you can possibly think of since he came out in 99, 98.
98.
98. So he rapped every which way he could in 98 up until now. And then you don't catch it. It ain't for you. It ain't for you. It's for us. It's for the older fans that like and enjoy his music. So, because you can like, and then on top of that, like I was looking like hip hop as a way of like filtering out those after they've got to hit their bubble, like a Soulja Boy, a Waka Flocka Flame, those out of all the Gucci, out of everybody in Gucci Man squad. Gucci Man just left standing. So
is he though?
He's still putting out music.
Is he? Wow.
He's still putting out music. Burr. So but he I can't say what he's trying to do, but it's like he's still a snowman. Even Jeezy put out a double album, which nobody asked for. But he's like showing his growth and everything like that as a person. So it's there. You gotta go. I mean, is it being receptive? Yes and no, because the younger fans, they want to hear how Jeezy was back in 05. They go back to 05 and listen to the music. It's there.
Right. You're
not gonna get that same Jeezy that's been married. He's married. He's going through a divorce right now. It has a newborn. So you're not gonna get that same kind of that same energy.
Yeah,
and like you said,
you kind of hope that you would.
Right. You out here selling drugs. You almost 40. What are you doing with your life?
Right.
So, I mean, some people like that. I don't take no offense, but but we've gotten older. Our taste changes.
Well, obviously.
So, and they're growing up. Their taste changes. Like, who want to hear Jay-Z rap about selling drugs on the block? You a billionaire? Who gonna believe that?
Yeah, which is kind of thing was saying that I like Jay-Z for the fact that, like, I'm not a Jay-Z fan, but his music evolved. Like, yeah, at some point in time, you left the block. You are no longer on the block. You are far removed from the block. You don't exist at a house where there's a block. So stop rapping about the block.
Exactly. So, and then also with the content. I mean, the content has always been there as it has been in rap being pushed and things like that. How it's been pushed. Recently, rapper D1, he's a native of New Orleans, independent artist for a very long time. But he recently was on an interview with Sway in the Morning, and he called out Jim Jones, Meek Mill, Rick Ross about their content and their music, and how it's affecting the youth. And he said Meek Mill is someone that is pushing prison reform because he was locked up for violating a 10-year probation stint he had. I don't know. He called these guys out, and they Jim Jones had a rebuttal just saying when my young boys come knock your head off, they ain't like how you they don't like how you said it. And I get where he was coming from as far as the messages being delivered, but I also feel like I think it's up to the consumer. He mentioned this. It's up to the consumer to kind of not buy into that kind of music, and then there are other artists out there that represent a different message, then push them forward.
I mean, well, the thing about it is this has always been an argument since the advent of gangsta rap in the mid-'80s about the whole this music is destroying the community, destroying the culture, destroying the nation. That has always been a narrative. Again, there is absolutely no research to show that is true, but somebody's always going to push it because they don't agree with the content that's being pushed. But again, that doesn't make what they say gospel. Because even with D1, who, again, until you pointed me to that interview, I had never even heard of this man. That's how independent he was.
Underground, almost.
But, he's complaining about the music that they're pushing, where he's pushing Christianity, like fucking hard. Like, I'm trying to convert the masses to Christianity. To me, that's just as bad.
Is that because is that more so just as bad because of your beliefs, or you find it and he's doing it in a distasteful way?
It's not even a matter of distasteful. It's the fact that he's trying to push people to convert to his religion. Why are you pushing your religion on people? Just like you complain about them pushing this street life on individuals, why are you pushing your religion on the people? It's the exact same thing, just with a different message, but you are selling the exact same product. Follow what I believe. So again, I take issue with that. So, again, but this whole idea of, this is the music that's destroying the community because you're talking about this stuff, that stuff. This stuff always comes up, and it has been coming up since the 80s.
Yeah, it has been. It's not a new topic, and my stance on this has always been, if you don't like what's being put on the radio, if you don't like what's being put on the radio, then go find local artists that may be pushing a different agenda, or just definitely scour the web and find somebody whose music is not in that lane. Because there are artists out there.
Oh, of course.
You have to find them.
Music is vast and varied.
Yeah, you don't have you might not. Some artists don't have that big following, that big push where you might hit on a TikTok or Instagram or things like that. But the music is out there, and and I think also too, you eventually. They will grow up at some point in time, and not talk about the same content, things like that.
Well, hopefully. I mean, about the only thing that I agreed with him with was the fact that he was talking about, these individuals talking about, getting somebody to murder you. And it's like, you're all old, you got gray beards and shit, and you're far removed from that lifestyle now, but you're still talking about it.
Right. Something that came to mind is that, did you hear about Andre 3000's new Flute album?
Yeah.
Did you listen to it?
I did not.
Okay. So he said that he wasn't no longer interested. He wanted to do a rap album, but he got in the studio, and the Flute album came about.
Yeah, well, he was saying that he feels like he's too old to really talk about anything.
Yeah,
and he also feels like he will never be as good as he used to be.
Right, and I understand where you're coming from. Like that's a truth he believes within himself. I mean, if you're an Outkast fan, you're an Andre fan, you probably don't want to hear that. You don't want to believe that. But that's how he's feeling right now. We may get an album, maybe at some point in time.
Yeah, I mean,
he still does rap. He rapped on Killer Mike's album. So,
I did listen to that verse. I mean, but again, like I said, that's where he is. That's the state where he is. He's like, rapping ain't what I want to do right now. I want to play the flute. Play the flute, man. You put out enough music that you can play the flute, the clarinet, the goddamn piccolo if you like.
So yeah, I'm not mad at that. That's where he's at. That's where he's at. So like I said, with the music part of it, like you gotta instead of listening to I've tried to listen to that Rick Ross Meat Mill collab album. Nobody asked for that either. It was huff. I just feel like there's nothing creative in there. Nothing out right now. It's like nothing is like, oh shoot, like this is hard. Like I want my homeboy to listen to this. I want my homegirl to listen to this or something like that. Like I just don't feel that energy right now in music. Nothing's bringing that out of me in a sense.
Right.
So, but hopefully next year, I'm looking forward to hear. I think while they're coming out with new projects, I'm looking forward to hear what he got to say. And if you hit in the comments, if you have an artist you think I should check out, I know some are gonna listen to it.
Probably not.
Yeah, I'll take a gander at it. I'm always looking for something new, like to just vibe and listen to and things like that. And I'll go back and listen. I'll go back and listen to like Jadakiss, Wu-Tang, Redman is still rapping.
Yeah, he is.
I've been getting into
MF. Still been doing his thing.
Yeah, I've been getting into MF Doom lately a lot more. So, my taste has just been all over the place. Like I said, I've been getting more into R&B too.
I mean, well, I be
going off in the car. I was listening to Music Soul Child. It's going off.
Yeah, I have 1,200 songs on my phone of every genre imaginable, and I put it on random. You have absolutely no idea what you're going to get when you get in my car.
Look, just know the one thing. When you do get in this car, it's loud. He ain't deaf.
That's initially when you get in the car.
Yeah, every time I get in the car, I forget how loud it's going to be to the music come on.
Because I forget that there's another person in my car. So as far as the state of hip hop goes, it's pretty much in the same state that it's always in. Granted, it's not as big as it used to be, but nothing lasts forever. Hip hop was not going to dominate the charts forever.
This is true. So we'll see what comes out next year. I don't think Drake can save it. I hope he don't put another album out for the next 2 years.
Yeah, that For the Dogs album was trash.
You're not a fan to begin with, so
This is true. But, I can always respect good rap, regardless if I'm not a fan of it. If you got some serious ass flows, then more power to you. I didn't used to be a fan of J. Cole, but he grew on me.
yeah, J. Cole. I think he's been consistent. He's been getting better each project. It's like he got a little, like I won't say more serious, but he's gotten better each album he's put out.
Yeah, so again, like I said, I didn't used to be a fan of J. Cole, but he grew on me. So even if it's not something that I like, I can respect good rap.
Exactly. So,
And outside of that, the only other person who's had a couple of good songs that I've heard this year was Hobson. He got a new project coming out, and the 3 songs that I heard from that's going to be on the album, they were fucking banging.
oh, good. That's good. So we got through all the topics.
I believe we did.
All right. So we closing out the year with this episode. So make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Comment in the section if you have any goals or accomplishments, goals that you accomplished this year, what you're trying to do in 2024.
Or if your 2023 was just straight bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, you can talk. Come on the podcast. Let's talk about it. He's the unofficial psychologist here. I'm just nosy.
Yeah. I did go to school for it.
So he can help you.
I ain't saying all that.
There's a fee. You gotta pay me too.
Oh shit. That's the show.
All right. You know where you can find us. Ain't you tired of saying that? No? Okay, go ahead.
We'll try something different in 2024. 2023. That's the show. And as always, you can check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. So maybe next year I shorten it to wherever you listen to podcasts.
We'll test it out. We're going to test the audience.
Peace out.